Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to Monday, welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It is episode 180 today, 180. We are only 20 episodes away from yet another, catch-up video, whatever you want to call it, a highlights episode, which does remind me that I am going to need to edit another 30 hours of footage together at some point. I should probably get started, shouldn't I? But anyway, I hope you're all having a good start to your week. Best of luck to you for this week, and I hope you reach your goals. And like we always say, you can always help me reach my goal, which is to hit 5,000 likes at the very start of the episode. Smash the thumbs up button, show your support on the series, and of course, don't forget to subscribe as well. We're getting close to 503,000 subscribers. So, anyway, getting on into the episode. You know the squad we're using. We've got to obviously play some weekend league because we're 7-3 and I want to get through it. But we can start things off with a little bit of marquee matchups, which is late for me this week. I normally get it done literally on Thursday night. So to already have 10 games played in the weekend league and I hadn't even thought about marquee matchups yet was a little bit odd for me. But I think the party bag came out, and instead of putting this at the end of yesterday's video, I wanted to get the party bag out for you on a weekend episode. So that's why we ended up just doing that instead. So if you haven't seen yesterday's episode, you can go and check out the party bag and see what we got over there. But yeah, marquee matchups this week. I was able to get it completed just from players in the club, apart from, I think, the final SBC, which is the Prem one, of which, once again, EA asked us for a minimum of 5 players from one club. And it's well, my club is in dire straits at the moment. I don't have much to my name. So, yeah, I ended up buying, I think, 3 Crystal Palace players or something. And we ended up getting it completed in the end. But, yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. I somehow managed to get my way through marquee matchups with the small amount of stuff in my club. Hopefully, though, it'll be worth it. I mean, even if you don't really get much, anything at all that's super expensive, marquee matchups is typically always worth it because you're just replacing your untradables with tradables. I've said it hundreds of times, right? But not a great start, but it wasn't a great pack to begin with. We get a little player pick, though. And who are we going to choose? Well, I guess I'm going to go for 79 rated Stuani, just the highest rated player. Might as well go for that, right? Next up is a gold players pack. Can we get anything from this? No walkout, no boards. Yesterday getting Handanovic as a walkout was the first one we've had in a while, considering how poor our rewards were last week. We kind of hoped that we were going to get something a little bit better. Maybe this week though, right? Who knows? We'll see. And what we will have in today's episode, of course, is the extra red player pick for getting 10 wins, because spoiler alert, I'm going to get past 10 wins today. So in the, what is that, an Electrum pack, we end up getting an ASM, but not particularly usable these days, is he, the regular St. Maximin? But he has got a couple of really cool cards out on the game, and I don't know, I wonder if you end up getting more crazy cards. Hopefully, last year we had Summer Heat, which allowed us to have non-performance based cards for crazy players that we enjoy on the game. Hopefully we get something like that again this year, because the more the merrier, right? We're all going to want guaranteed packs come team of the season and Summer Heat or whatever we get. Oh, I can't wait for all of that stuff. And just for the red picks to be worthwhile again, that would be it'd be lovely. But anyway, marquee matchups didn't really provide anything. Even the Prime Gold Players pack didn't give us anything. So that kind of sucks, but hey, doesn't matter. At least we've stocked the club up again with a few players, and we're going into a match again. We start our weekend league run here 7-3, and we come up against a really nice squad to begin with. Very meta. 0-0 at half time. Tough game. Both teams battling it out, but it is Mbabu in the end that knocks it through to Ronaldo. And after a little bit of an aggressive goalkeeper movement there, he started to run out and then changed his mind. I was able to just chip in with CR7. But it didn't last long because Soboslai, the super sub, ends up knocking a lovely ball back to Mbappe, and I get equalised on. But 90 minutes. We're 1 minute in to the 90 minutes with only 1 minute to play. Cristiano, oh no, we've missed it. But Wayne Rooney is there to score in the 92nd pretty much the 92nd minute when there was only 1 minute added on. So I did feel a little bit bad for this guy. I know I've lost a game like that this weekend, but you know, a little bit of swings and roundabouts, we end up getting the victory. So 8-3. All right, cool. Good stuff. At least I win my first game of the day. Then we go into the next match. We get Red Neymar and I don't know, just other really nice players. Figured this match was going to be a bit of a struggle. Turns out it's probably one of the easiest matches of my weekend league because we scoot past with Ronaldo, do an accidental waka, not one that I actually meant. I don't know what I pressed. I fat fingered it, I think. And that made the guy quit. So I don't know whether he was always going to quit at 1-0 against me or what. But yeah, I think it might have been the accidental waka that turned out to make him rage quit. So we'll take that. That doesn't happen to me often anymore, the 1-0 rage quit. So especially on next gen, it doesn't seem to happen so much. So yeah, I very much appreciated that. And scored one of the finer goals of my weekend league completely accidentally. Oops, but I should have just played it off like I knew exactly what I was doing, like I was some sort of skill god or something, but you know, you could probably see straight through that, right? Although I do know how to do a waka, just to be sure, just to clarify for you guys. But anyway, we go 1-0 down in this match. This guy was pretty aggressive. We were both playing the same formation, but it felt like he had like everyone on join the attack, which I love about, you know, I do love that people play attack and we try and do exactly the same, right? And we end up getting the equaliser and then going 2-1 up. Ronaldo and his little directional nutmegs. I guess at some point they'll probably get patched because I do feel like, even though I'm doing it with Ronaldo, who is probably the best player on the game to do that particular move with his body structure and the pace and the stats that he's got, it still does feel like particularly speed boosty that probably shouldn't happen, but we do. That's one of the main ways that I score goals, right? If that gets taken away from me and I no longer have that or rainbow flicks or whatever, I'm gonna be getting bronze 3, I think. Anyway, so we might as well use it while we can. But we're 3-2 up in this game, and it is Wayne Rooney in the 84th minute that ends up getting me the goal to seal the victory here. And what I didn't expect is that this guy was going to pause and rage quit. Yeah, it was a tough old game, and I didn't think that you might as well have just played the extra 5 minutes and got your match coins, right? But we win 4-2. How unfortunate for him. But yeah, that looks pretty damning, doesn't it? I guess I got lucky there. 4 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals, and I won 4-2, and he had 11 shots on goal. I'm going to chalk that one up to luck, I think. But yeah, GG's nonetheless, I guess. But that was our 10th win. So that is going to lead us to an extra red player pick from the team of the week that is currently out. And what are we going to get? We get 80, 81, 81, 83. Okay. Yeah, nothing to write home about there, unfortunately. I know I made it like part of the title and thumbnail or whatnot, but still, it's the Weekend League Plus. It's probably one of the things I look forward to the most when they're actually out, is to open up those red player picks. Just unfortunately for me, it wasn't so good. So we go into another game, and this guy had a really nice, interesting team. Some icons that you don't see that often. I end up giving a penalty away and taking a yellow card for Marcelo, but he ends up missing it with his Hugo Sanchez. I always forget his name, you know. And then I wiped someone out. I wiped Kluivert out. Icon moments Kluivert out with Puyol, and I get sent off. So I've now got a yellow card centre back and a red card centre back. That's not good. So I ended up putting Puyol in the cam spot, and then putting Dybala up front. Rooney's going to end up going into centre mid. We're going to drop Jones to CDM, and then Leroy Fer to centre back. So we've made the best of a dodgy situation there. And of course, we don't have a central cam now. We've just got our midfield and then 2 strikers. No attacking midfielder in that. But hopefully we can still, try and compete in this game. It's going to be difficult though, because I do end up going 1-0 down shortly after getting that red card, so it was kind of like not worth it. But then I do win a penalty just before half time. I step up, take it quickly with Dybala, and I'm able to slot it home in the bottom left corner, which is pretty much where I always go with him. Anyway, half time, 1-1. I actually think I dominated the first half, but being a man down, it makes it a little bit more difficult, I guess. So at half time, some big changes were made. We bring on Mbabu and Tavernier. So I'm actually going to be playing Leroy Fer and Mbabu as my centre-backs, and then bringing Tavernier into the midfield, taking Seedorf off. So I've got Tavernier, Wayne Rooney, and Curtis Jones in the centre mid spots, and then a full defence featuring Leroy Ferrin and Babu at centre back. That should be pretty OP, I think. It's just we don't have the cam. We end up going 2-1 up with CR7, but it lasted literally like a couple of minutes. I think he might have even kick-offed me and got the goal back with Hugo Sanchez. And he was really difficult to play against, you know. Very fast, very good dribbling, and of course, amazing finishing from the icon. So I end up going 3-2 down. So I throw the kitchen sink at him. I well myself a corner, and it's going to be that man Rooney to whip it in to CR7. It's basically a broken mechanic, isn't it? So OP from corner headers, like, and this guy never moved his keeper out, so that was what allowed me to get the free header at the front post there. So I get it back to 3-3 and take it extra time, but nothing was to be done in extra time. We go straight to penalties, and I missed my first one. Oh, God. So we're on the back foot to begin with, and he scores his. So, yeah, we are now officially losing. And then I completely bottle it with Tavernier. I don't know what I'm doing, but I've missed my first 2 pens, and he scored both of his. So an absolute mountain to climb here. We score with Mbabu, because it is just Mbabu's world, and we're just living in it. But then I save it, because it is Van der Sar's world, and we're just living in it, you know. And then Ronaldo scores. So if I can save this one, which I do, we can level it out. Oh my God, how have I managed to pull this back? Leroy steps up and gets it saved. So if he scores this, he wins. And it's that man that scored, I think, a hat-trick in the game, is able to step up and score. We take the loss. That sucks. But GG's to that guy. I mean, for us to compete in that one. And he was 5 at the back and then switched to 4-3-1-2. So, like, 2 of the most OP formations known on this game at the moment. So I did quite well to sort of keep up with him with only 10 men for like 115 minutes of the 120 or something. But yeah, we end up losing, which sucks. And then we go into this game right here, and for some reason I could not get near this guy. 66% possession he had in the first half, and I couldn't make anything stick. I don't know what happened. Anyway, he makes it 2-0 in the 48th minute, early doors in the second half. I am able to push forward. I think at this point I'm just like, I need to make something happen. So Ronaldo whips a lovely ball into the box, and Rooney can volley home. It's such a lovely goal. And I think as I threw the kitchen sink at him to really try and get back into it, it was either going to be me scoring or him scoring. Unfortunately for me, it was him. So we lose against another 5 at the back. I played 3 in a row that played the 5 at the back, which I have to say I struggle against. So, yeah, that was still 10 wins. We go into this game, and this was the third 5 at the back formation. He had a Cantona, so I figured, oh, we're probably going to lose. But again, after a tough defeat in the game before, normally the next game is fairly easy. And this one proved to be the case. We get through with Ronaldo, score an early goal. Leroy Fer into Ronaldo, scoot past the defender again, knock it near post again. And after 10 or 11 FIFA minutes, this guy pauses and quits. Great. All right. That felt good. After a couple of losses in a row, I really didn't want to lose the 3rd in a row, because that would be then me thinking I shouldn't have played that game. I should, after 2 losses, stop. But yeah, I've broken that. So I stopped the session there, 11-5, which, to be fair, I'm absolutely fine with. I tried not to get super annoyed with the losses. I probably got more annoyed with the loss I took. The last one I took against the team that was nowhere near as good as mine, and I couldn't have any possession. I got way more mad at that one than I did where we lost on penalties. That game was like a great game of FIFA, so I didn't really have any issue with that, and I messed up my penalties, so it's my fault, right? But yeah, I struggled a little bit more with the stress levels after the second loss in a row. But Ronaldo's got 428 goals, 126 assists in 234 games. Mind-blowing, really, isn't it? He's all right, I guess. He's not amazing. He's all right. I kid. He is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, so we are now through that, hopefully through that pretty awful midsection. 3 wins to go to get gold 3. I'll get that done for you in tomorrow's episode. And hopefully that will come nice and quickly. Only 5 losses, though. I'm at a +6 form. I sometimes struggle around that area, so I got a feeling that maybe a couple more losses might come. If I go 3-3 tomorrow and get 14-8, I'd be all right with that. I just hope it isn't any worse than that, you know. But like I said, that is going to wrap things up for this episode. If you could do me a huge favor and smash the thumbs up button, that would be amazing. 5,000 likes, guys. Come on. I know you can do it. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. I thank you for that. Down below in the description, you can find links to my Twitter and Instagram to see what I'm getting up to on social media and whatnot. And of course, you know, I wish you good luck for the rest of your week. Let me know how you got on in your weekend league and your party bags and your 83 plus doubles. You can just leave one long comment if you want. I'll go through them later and see what you all got. I'm curious to know. But yeah, have a nice day, everyone. Have a great week. Take it easy. Stay safe and healthy. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace.